really want to just document this moment. I just learned that the newborn stage is when they have what's called a newborn scrunch, and that's what it looks like. Baby is almost 2 months old now, and the first month I really did want to document more, but what I didn't realize is how much my body just needed to recover, and I didn't have any energy to really do anything. I slept a lot. More and more I realized to be a mother to your child is the greatest joy, but also the greatest challenge for me. And as I set through into a challenge, I will do what I can to, put those supports in place so that I can achieve the best possible outcome within my means, right? And everyone's means is different. And again, that's why I really want to emphasize how privileged I am to be able to hire a Chinese postpartum doula. For those who don't know, I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and it's harder to find. It's not as common here in Canada, so I'm really, really grateful that I was even able to find one. And we did have financial help from our family to be able to hire this doula. So I just really want to say a disclaimer that if it wasn't for all the blessings around us, all the supports around us, we really wouldn't have had that. Did Chinese confinement, which is a traditional Chinese practice for postpartum healing and wellness that believes the birthing mother should rest at home for at least 1 month after birth, and I really did need it. We hired a Chinese postpartum doula, and her responsibilities included taking care of baby. So although of course I was around to be with baby and care for baby, I wasn't completely caring for baby alone. And in the beginning, when I was contemplating whether we were going to hire this doula, I felt really conflicted. There was a lot of voices inside telling me, well, if you're not taking care of your kid on your own, can you even be qualified as a mother? And now I realize those are all lies. Motherhood looks different for everyone. I realize how privileged I am to have support and help. I know so many mothers in this world have to carry that responsibility alone, and having gone through it, I really cannot imagine how much more difficult that would have been. For me, I know that with those supports in place, I had a better chance to prevent postpartum depression, which is a challenge of mine that I knew I needed to do what I could to prevent that. I myself have gone through mental health lows in my life, and I went to therapy, and especially for her. And again, I just can't thank that 1 month of just full recovery enough. Because now, although yes, I am mostly taking care of baby alone, I feel so much physically capable. Like thinking back, like right after birth, I couldn't really get out of bed. I had to get a blood transfusion because I lost a lot of blood. I even had to have 2 iron transfusions, and I was just really, really not well. I couldn't really even hold my baby right away. I'm also really thankful for my husband. We thought about having a baby for a long time before we even tried, and I'm really, really grateful that we had those conversations and had really deep discussions. And prayer has been the foundation of our relationship from the very beginning, and it continues to be. 2024 was a year that I barely picked up my Bible just because I didn't have the energy to, and I felt like I didn't talk to God as much as I usually do. And yet, God was so present in my life, and there were moments when I just said, God, help me. God, I don't have the energy. Please take it. Take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel, like that song. It really, really was like that. And I remember my husband and I, we always prayed before we sleep. That was our way to communicate with each other, as well as our way to stay connected to God. And it was always in those prayers that we were able to open up to each other the most. And I really see it as the strong bond between him and I, and it holds us together. Like on the days that we just don't want to talk to each other, prayer allows us to connect. And we weren't really able to do that just because we were both so exhausted. There's a social media trend that was going around called like first trimester husband, and that basically was how the husband really had to take on everything because the wife was really going through it, and that was me, especially first trimester. I was talking to my husband just today. He was recounting how I was just in bed all day and I was sleeping a lot, and he didn't say that in a way to make me feel bad. He just said that was the truth, and a lot of that time was a blur, and for him to say that, it reminded me of that time. And it was so exhausting for me. I really couldn't do much, and so my husband did take on absolutely everything around the house. Beyond that, taking care of me, cooking our meals, just everything, And there's a lot of other things going on in our life that he was taking care of as well. And if it wasn't for him, I also don't think I would have had as good of an experience throughout my pregnancy. I remember people around us saying, "Wow, Samila, you're doing so well." And I just want to say, it was because I had amazing supportive husband who just took it on. Like, he just really transformed into somebody who already knew that the responsibility of being a father was coming to him. Like I didn't need to ask, and he would just do it. Our baby is here. Our baby is growing. She's healthy, and I just have so much more I want to share. I want to record down, because this time really is fleeting. It means she's getting bigger day by day. Just today, it seemed like she might have started to show the first signs of rolling over. It was during tummy time, and it's just things like that. I was just like, wow, when did she do that? When was she able to do that? And so anyways, I just really wanted to record all of this. I totally lost my train of thought of what I even wanted to say. The brain fog is still really real. I think that's why I haven't been able to really put together a well thought out video, and yet you guys are resonating. I really want to say again, thank you 500 subscribers. I didn't even know that many of you would want to watch my YouTube channel, but it really makes me want to talk more about my postpartum journey and just continue to show the real side of life. That's what I love watching YouTube videos. I've started to connect a lot more with some of you who are also starting your YouTube channels and showing just life as it is, and I want that side of YouTube back, and for those who came from my Instagram, thank you so much for continuing to support me there. It's been 4 years of being on Instagram and being a content creator under the alias of YVR Foodie Story. So if you know me as YVR Foodie Story, then I welcome you here as well. That page is also going to be changing to more motherhood content, more child and family friendly content. So I hope you will stick around for that. But as always, I love food, so food will always be part of my content. And I might share more about my content creator journey, how I came into this. I still have a full-time job. A lot of people ask that, and I know I'm on maternity leave. Again, I'm very grateful to be able to have 1 full year of maternity leave. So this is the first time that I'm going to be away from my career for so long, but at the same time I have a very big passion for my career. For those who don't know, you guys can watch my senior business analyst video, although now I am a lead informatics. More with that story later, but I talk more about what I do for my career. Short version, I'm in health informatics. I have a big passion for transformational healthcare, and by experiencing the hospital system in BC for the first time, actually, through my birthing experience. I just want to say that yes, there's a lot of brokenness, unfortunately, in our healthcare system in Canada, but I experienced one of the best, I would say, experiences that I could have ever had, from experiencing the worst hospital diversion to miraculously being able to be admitted within such a record short time, and the tremendous just the compassion of all the healthcare staff, from the nurses to doctors to all the medical care team. Just lost for words for how grateful I am for the care that I received, that baby received. My husband also felt the same way. My mother was with me through it all, and she also saw just how caring everyone was and understanding and just so professional. In my recovery, I had a forceps episiotomy, and baby was not turned in the right direction. She was head down, but it was still overall like a really difficult birth. I had to be induced. It was 18 plus hours of labor. I was like the longest patient, I think, during that time. I think I met every single nurse, maternity nurse there, and just every single one was so kind. And I don't know if any of them may be watching, but if you are, or you know somebody, I went to Peace Arch Hospital. I still have yet to write a heartfelt letter of thank you and gratitude, because I just really want them to know just how much they changed my life, changed my baby's life. And yeah, so a lot of stories I really want to continue to share, and that's why I named my page YVR Foodie Story. It was story that is the foundation of why I do what I do. Is I really believe stories connect people, and that's what I want to do more in 2025, is get back to storytelling, get back to sharing real life as we know it, and just connecting as humans. I think stories is what connects us. It peels back the layers of what we may always put as highlights in our social media pages, when there are really real struggles behind the scenes a lot of times, and I think sometimes we forget that. Let's just thank everyone who messaged, prayed for me and my family. I really do believe in the power of prayer, and especially in those really tough moments of birth, I really didn't think I could do it, and I just felt this strength I never knew I had. I know that was God, and that could have only been God. I'm going to end that video here. I'm really happy that baby has been sleeping this whole time, because she has been a bit fussier. Oh, is she awake? Okay, I'm going to end this video before she wakes up. Thanks again, and as always, God bless, and I wish you all a happy new year.